in her speech that boys and girls are equal when it comes to academics now. And I would simply like to argue that that is simply not true. As I pointed out in my subpoint B of my first contention, girls are beating boys in elementary, middle school, and high school, more graduating college. So I would just like to argue that simply says that girls are better than boys at academics. My opponent also brought up that the IQs are the same, when in a very recent study by Mr. James Flynn, a New Zealand-based researcher, he says that girls have clearly passed up boys on the IQ test. Over the last 100 years, he says that everybody's been gaining 3 points, as I brought up, but girls have clearly been gaining faster. The only way to explain that would be that girls' minds accelerate faster, girls are more focused, and they're smarter. And my opponent also brought up that at the Olympic Games, things are now becoming even, but she still admitted that boys are still beating girls in the Olympics, but they are coming up close, she says. And I would simply like to say that the reason for this is the feminization in America that's taking place, and there's certain organizations that are trying to fight for women to get into the Olympics. And but simply in the Olympics, boys don't even compete against girls. So for her to say that boys and girls are even, unless we see a boy and a girl in swimming, how do we truly know that a girl is close to a boy or that a girl isn't better than a boy? We truly don't know. So for my opponent to say that, I'm not sure how she can say that. And my opponent, by saying that girls are not better at academics, is simply not being just to them. She said that she wants to make things equal, but through my case, I'm simply trying to say that things aren't equal in sports and academics. Girls have the upper hand, and clearly boys are accelerating much faster when it comes to body build, which would help them definitely in the Olympics. If girls stop at age 12 and boys continue to grow and get stronger, how can you say that a fully grown, well-trained girl and a fully trained, well-grown boy, how could you say that girl could beat that boy? I'm sure if the boy doesn't practice well enough, then certain situations a girl could definitely beat a boy. But I am saying that a very well-trained Olympian, such as Michael Phelps or Usain Bolt, simply cannot be beat by a woman, by a girl. And 58% of the competitors in the Beijing Olympics were male, and the United States team again was, there was more male in the 2008 Olympics. The only reason for more women on the USA team in 2012 Olympics was because of a bad call in a soccer match, which would have put the boys up by double digits. And definitely have to look at Usain Bolt of Jamaica, and he definitely has the world record, the Olympic record for the fastest man who ever lived, and no woman has come close to his record. I do not have his exact record time, but I do know that nobody has come close to beating it. And I would simply like to say that girls are by far smarter than boys, and boys by far grow more and are therefore better at sports. And I must today urge an affirmative ballot.